What's up, everybody? It's LG Doucette here. Today is Friday, April 30th, 2021. This podcast is coming to you a little later in the day, actually at the end of the day. Usually we post them in the morning, but we were expecting some big news today, and we got it. So today we're going to talk about it. The Series 1 unreleased moments. There's over 10,000. I think it's over 16,000. I don't remember. There's a ton. And the plan for their release has finally been revealed. We're going to talk about it in a minute, as well as have a quick little panel with our expert friends to chat about it. I want to remind everybody here that none of the content on the show constitutes trading advice in any way, and that the show is not affiliated with NBA Top Shot, the NBA, or Dapper Labs. I'm just a guy at his house who loves basketball and blockchain. This is The First Mint. So the news that we've been waiting for quite a while now. In fact, some of us have been waiting for months for this news. If you didn't know, now you know that there are Series 1 moments, tons of them, that are sitting in the NBA Top Shot account. That's right. You can go see them. If you go to NBA Top Shot and you look up the usernames and you look up NBA Top Shot, you will see tons of commons, got games, special common sets, rares, and even 20 legendary moments, holo icon or holo max MMX, whatever it is, moments from Series 1. They're all sitting in that NBA Top Shot account. These were not released during Series 1. We know that the original plan to release them was supposed to be during Series 2, but that due to some kind of like loot box laws or whatever, those have not been released during Series 2. So for months, we've been waiting to hear from NBA Top Shot the plan for how these would be released, and we finally got it this afternoon. Basically, how it's going to work is that these moments will be released in Series 1 reserve packs, and these packs will be made available, same as other packs, in a queue system, but where to qualify for the queue system, you will need a trade ticket. How do you get this trade ticket? Pretty easy. You trade in one of your current moments never to be seen again. Let that sink in for a second. So basically, this is like the burning of a moment, which if you follow other NFTs, burning is basically where you torch your NFT. It's gone. It's gone forever. Not physically burned, but you put it into a contract where it can never come back. And in this case, you would get rid of your moment in exchange for a trade ticket, which you would then use to qualify for these pack drops. And then if you got a good queue number, as in one that's low enough to get one of these Series 1 reserve packs, you would then be able to use your trade ticket to buy one of those packs. How many moments are going to be in those packs? Well, so far it looks like it's going to be 2 common moments per pack. One that is a 1 of 1,000 Series 1 moment, including some of the really OG moments, like the Series 1 LeBron James dunk. It's his first moment. It's currently going on the market for $23,000. And the second moment in that pack would be one of the other random commons, some of them that have limited edition counts all the way up to 4,000. However, in this plan, there are a few questions that have not been quite answered yet, such as what is going to happen to all those rare and legendary moments that are in that account? There are 718 rare moments. There are 20 legendary moments, and this blog post that was put out doesn't really explain that. It does say that you can trade in rare and legendary moments that you own, but that so far that doesn't really make too much sense, because really if you're just trying to get these tickets, why wouldn't you just trade the moments that have the absolute least value? Last little wrinkle in this plan that's been added to the blog post is that the moments that are traded in for tickets will be put into something called recycle packs, which will then probably be made available to those who didn't get a low enough number in the queue to then buy back moments that people traded in. So I don't really know what the incentive is there to pick up people's, like, I guess, discarded moments, but maybe we'll get more details as we go. Also, the timeline for this is that it won't start for a few months, and that the program will run until November 2022, not November 2021, 2022. To dive into this topic, I've invited some of the First Mint friends and family onto the show. So next, you're going to hear a quick little panel discussion between myself, Top Shot Snipes, Quadzilla, and well-known collector Arsonic as we break down our rapid reactions to this new part of Top Shot. All right, folks, we got the hot Top Shot panel here to bring you into the weekend. We got rapid fire reaction of this Series 1 trade ticket news that literally dropped just 2 hours ago. You're going to hear from me, Arsonic, Quadzilla, and Top Shot Snipes. Gentlemen, you've been on the first minute before, so welcome back. Let's get the quick fire reaction. Quad, tell me about you. What was your immediate reaction to the news?
I was immediately excited that I had a chance to get a LeBron Series 1. I was hoping that this wasn't going to be something where you had to own 20 Series 1 moments. I joined March 5th, so I don't have 20 Series 1 moments because I haven't bought them. So me being able to somewhat obtain a chance at a LeBron Series 1 was a very initial positive for me. But then the negative for me is there's just a certain level of the people that already have a ton of moments are already, ahead and have a better chance to get that in terms of that. So those are my initial reactions.
Well, I hope for the best for you. Snipes, tell me about you, man. What were your thoughts when you heard the news?
Honestly, my opinion of it changed with every paragraph in that blog post. I started out with kind of and I came out a little bit confused. I know that the timeline, they're saying it's going to happen at least for the S1 moments, it's going to be across 18 months, which feels like forever, especially in Top Shot time. We'll be well into S3 by then. And I'm happy with that timeline. Yeah. I mean, a month in Top Shot is like a year in real time, right? And with the ticket system, I have to see it because I want to get in that queue and I want to experience it. I'm very curious about what they have planned for it. And I'm also trying to think of what does this unlock for Top Shot? Like, what is the next step for them? They get this ticket system in, and they're saying it's for this S1 stuff, but what other mechanisms are they going to introduce? Is this really like a test run for something else? I don't want to give them all that credit and create a mystery around it, but they keep adding functionality, and I'm just interested to see how it goes.
Arsonic, over to you. When you saw the news, what was your initial reaction?
Well, it actually took me about 15 minutes to understand everything. And then I realized for me, it doesn't change much. I mean, I've been lucky enough to be very early, so I've tons of moments like what I was telling earlier. So yeah, we'll be ready to participate in any really ticket system or whatever. I think it's very good though for the new people coming in. It gives them a chance to grab some very good moment like the first LeBron or even this dunk. I mean, for the OG, I don't think it changed much. The only concern could be about dropping the value of the S1, but I don't think that will happen since it will be released over time. So,
Arsonic, you told me earlier that you own over 3,000 common moments. And I know back in the day, before the big surge of users, there was only a few hundred people. Some of the OGs like you who own a lot of moments were talking about how they wish they could burn moments, right? We had tons of moments, hundreds of moments that were like $1, and people would have priced them lower if they could. Do you wish that there was a burning option instead of a recycling option with this news?
Yes, I think the burning option will be better than recycling those moments. It will drive the market up a bit. So I think you also think twice about buying any moment to grab the tickets, because if you grab something that rise in price, maybe you won't sell it for a ticket or something like that. The burning part will be the best, I think. But
Quad, you had some strong thoughts about burning when we were chatting earlier.
Yeah, it just seems backwards. So you take these base moments that you obviously don't want, and you turn them in for tickets, and then you get in a queue. And the ticket doesn't let you in the queue. Anybody can join the queue. The tickets are just like your Dapper dollars, right? It's a separate currency of Dapper dollars. And so then you get in the queue, and let's say just like everybody, because I'm sure there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people in this queue because there's LeBrons and things like that in there. So majority of people are probably not going to get a pack. And what are they going to offer you? They're going to offer you a pack of moments that people didn't want and turned in to try to get a Series 1. I just don't understand how that's appealing to anybody that doesn't get the Series 1 base pack.
Hold on. Based on that, Arsenic, since you have a lot of really good moments, would you do some like sick stuff, like throw really good moments into the trade in, just to give somebody else like a fun surprise later, or would you only trade like total shit
Well, I
moments?
don't have a lot of total shit moments, so. But more seriously, I would probably throw a good moment from time to time, like you said, just to. Well, you guys know me. I'm known for to give away, and that could be something I do. Yes, but I would like to see as well. Let's say you throw in a rare moment, you get more tickets. But I know right now what I've been said is one for one. So I don't know how that will work out in the future. In the future, yeah.
Snipes, how about you, man? Are you going out to get a bunch of garbage moments, or are you going to sacrifice some of your collection?
I think I have enough garbage moments. Well, what this is going to do is make me open up some of my packs. I've got I think maybe 4 or 5 S2 packs that I just haven't cracked yet because I'm not ready to sell them yet. Because looking at the market, I just think ahead. I'm looking at my pack, going, if I open this, what might be in it, and what would I do if I had, if with whatever is in it? And the answer right now is like, well, I probably wouldn't sell it immediately, but maybe those would be my tickets. Maybe I send a few over to Arsenic so he can get in line too. Um, I I don't know. I do expect that this is going to make people kind of trawl the bottom of just hit refresh on the market on sort by lowest ask and start treating maybe some of the cheaper moments not as moments but as, oh, this is what, oh, $2, I'm going to buy that no matter what it is, because that's just a ticket. I'm only thinking of this as a ticket. So it's just making sure that you get like change in your pocket for it's bus fare.
Well, Snipes, like, it's in your name, right? You should have a bunch of $2 moments that you've sniped, correct?
Yeah, I do. I do. My mission is to have the most cost-effective collection on Top Shot.
Well, and that's one thing I do when I'm just bored and there's no pack drops and nothing going on, is I just hop on Live Token, and whenever a $3 moment pops up, it's just like race, try to get there. Put your sticky notes on your computer screen to know where to click as fast as possible, and so people are going to be trying to snipe $2 moments because it equals a
Wait,
ticket.
but hold on. Are people still going to sell $2 tickets now that or $2 moments? Now I'm just calling them tickets anyways. I just call anything that's $2 or $3 now a ticket. Like, are you? But are people going to do that? Are you? Would you still? I haven't sold anything for like $2, but it's like, is that still going to happen?
Sorry, I think it's utility value for the cheapest moments. For anything that's $5, it's utility value. For anything sub $5 that they didn't have before. So I mean, we haven't seen a $1 moment in a dog's year, but maybe this will keep that from ever happening again if there's this secondary currency of what will obviously be the more attractive thing of less expensive moments to turn into tickets.
Oh, I was going to say, how many of these packs just came out in these pre-order, pre-registration packs? They just said that they want to do that every single week moving forward, and it could start very soon. So you may see 500,000 moments a week getting dumped into the market. And that's why I think that they put this ticket thing to, because they're about to just flood the market with common moments.
Well, this pre-registration pack, and I'm just looking at the numbers now. It's 4:30 Pacific on Friday afternoon, and there's only 43,000 of them left out of the 300,000. So there's over 250,000 accounts that have bought this pre-registration pack. And if they do this every week, that's pretty much the equivalent of having packs for sale on, like, openly for sale, which, Quad, you weren't around for that, but the rest of us were. Snipes, you briefly, and G, you liberally. You bought as many as you wanted at one point, I'm sure. But that's basically, and we're kind of shifting to a different topic there, but that's if they do that every week, that's going to be basically the equivalent of every week you can just show up and buy a base pack, no matter if you're a new collector or an old collector. So if that's coming back, if collectors can now expect to be able to get a base pack at least once a week regularly, then that would help inform them, or at least help that decision making of how many of those moments you want to turn into tickets. My biggest question is, now we're talking about it, what will be the price of what will be the going value of a ticket, which we could pretty much equate to the lowest ask moment, right, over time. Like right now, it's like whatever. It's probably gone from $4 or $5 to maybe 6 or 7. I haven't looked, but it's like that'll and then we'll have to equate that. We'll have to add up, like, if you need to qualify for one of these drops, you need 20 tickets. then is the pack that you're getting, the Series 1 pack, is it worth $100? Right? Is the EV of that pack going to be worth $100, all things considered? And that's actually kind of my biggest question, is both like, what is going to be the market cost of a ticket, and then also how many tickets can we expect people to need to qualify for this?
Well, I think on my side, I think we will see a dollar ticket. I really think we will see a dollar moments in the future.
Really?
Yes, I mean it always been. They always said they want packs available in the market all the time. It's always been the what they wanted. At least what we heard since the beginning. I don't know what if that have changed, but if they want to have packs available to anyone coming in joining, they will need to drop a ton of them. So yeah, if they're retiring right now the 30K common moment, what will be next? 75K, 100K. So yeah, I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying it will stay at $1, but I think we will hit $1 at some point.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because this is, and something else we've got to talk about is that this is an 18-month timeline. We know it's not going to start for a couple months, but they've also said that this won't end until November 2022. There will be 2 more NBA champions crowned by the time that this is over, that these moments have been released. LaMelo Ball will be entering his 3rd season in the NBA by the time that this is done. I know. So with that in mind, and Arsonic, it's a great point, is that like by that point, we could definitely see addition numbers of 100,000. Right. So even though right now it might be looking as like, oh, well, I should scoop up a bunch of $4 or $5 moments as tickets. It's like, hey, like in a year, tickets could totally be $1 value once we have literally tens of millions of moments out there. How many moments do you think how many tickets do you think will be needed, Snipes, for qualification here?
I like the sound of 3. I think 3 makes sense because that's what you get in a pack. Also, just kind of reeling in my mind now from what Arsonic just said about the 100,000 CC moments. We know that's coming, but I hadn't connected the dots with this ticket system yet. I just jumped straight to what's this going to do to the market like next week. But really, maybe this is just an answer to if people are getting a pack a week, let's say, like this could be as much as anybody wants, then this is just something to do with the moments that you don't want instead of selling them. I like the sound of 3 because that's what's in a base pack. And if we're going with something equivalent of, you put 3 in, you might get 3 back. Your collection stays the same size. Hopefully it's more stuff you like. And then that way, if you put 3 in and you get this recycled pack of everybody else's 3, then it's getting your money back. You're breaking even-ish. Like who knows what the value is going to be, but breaking even in terms of your collection either way. And I'm still imagining the special packs having 3 moments, but I think it should be like 1 ticket per moment in the pack is how I'm thinking of it. So if it's 3, 5, 10, just one for one. You put 1 in, you get 1 out.
Essentially, they said what they're going to do is they're going to do 1 out of 4,000 and then right, or 2 out of 4,000 and 1 out of 1,000 or 1,012. So whichever way that they do that, if you just do the base math on that, you're at $52 is the floor for a Series 1 out of $39.99. So at least $52 a moment times 3, so $150. So if you look at then the out of 1,000, obviously I don't have the numbers in front of me, but obviously that's going to be higher. So you're looking at a pack EV at the floor right now. If you get the worst, cheapest moments of 250, 300 plus, and then obviously the sky's the limit. You can get to LeBron.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I think everybody would do it. So I think that's actually pretty good. And that kind of brings us to the last thing I wanted to talk about is this is the start of more utility in Top Shot, right? Like this is going to be essentially like a 2-token system now, right? Where we do have already the moments. And I guess Dapper Balance as well. So you can say it's a 3-token system, but also now we have tickets. So there's so much more happening. The utility in a weird way is minimal. Like you trade in your crap moments for the opportunity to get better ones, and then you might end up with a recycled pack, which is pretty much might just have the same moments you sent in to begin with coming back to you. But this definitely unlocks so much more that could be done. And also Alan, who was answering Q&A in Discord after the news, was saying that these tickets could have way more utility, or at least some other utility in the future.
I think growing it at all is a good thing, and if that's more utility, we're getting more stuff on flow. We're having more interesting things to do on Top Shot on the site, and of course, it's not that more equals better. I would never want things to get so complicated. Like even right now, we got 4 people in here trying to decipher a blog post about what the heck is going to go on in the next 18 months. And so this is about the maximum level of complication that I want, because there's going to be a point where, maybe perhaps it's something that's Top Shot should be something that is easy to learn and possible to master, let's say, something like that, where it is still inviting for the new people to come in. They can show up, understand where to go. The UI is there. The experience is like expected, it's anticipated, and you can figure out what you want to do. After spending an hour in the market, you could have a pack in a moment and do all that. I don't want it to get more complicated than that, because if you're a newbie coming in and you're like, I need my moments, I need my Dapper balance, I need to get verified, I need my tickets, I need to get in line, I need to register ahead of time before I can get into line. And suddenly now, instead of being like fun for the current user base, it is what I just described is like a nightmare for a new user, and it becomes a barrier. So as long as it doesn't overcomplicate the experience of using Top Shot, so that it can stay inviting and fun for new users, is great. I like adding stuff for to keep the the OGs interested, but more people is better for the market, and so I just keep it inviting, keep it fun.
What else could these tickets be used for?
That's exactly what I was just thinking in my head. And the main thing that I think could potentially be interesting about this is being able to use tickets to purchase other things on Flow for future games that they launch on Flow. And so while I can't really say, hey, I'm going to trade an NBA Top Shot moment for a Genie's shirt, what I can do is I can trade my Top Shot moments for 100 tickets, and then Genie's sets the price at 100 tickets. And so, just to use that as an example, there's going to be UFC on Flow and things like that. And so I think that this could potentially also open it up to cross-platform utility with the other games in the Flow ecosystem.
I mean, conveniently, the blog post and the colors in it are very green, and we know the color of Flow is green. Right, so I like that. I also like you brought up Genie's, which is not even on chain yet, but I like you're already thinking way ahead to being. So you're telling me I can trade 5 Lonnie Walkers for a nice new pink vest and Genie's? That sounds pretty.
They also have access to so many stuff. They could give some merch for tickets. They could have special events with players where you could trade in tickets to have a Q&A session with one of the NBA player. You could have they have access to so many stuff in the NBA. They could have a Zion pair of shoes that they raffle to people, or so could be there's a lot.
Do you think the tickets would be interchangeable? Do you think you'd be able to trade tickets? Would I be able how are the tickets going to show up? Are they going to show up as something that's in your collection or in your pack collection, or are they in your Dapper balance? And then also, can you send those other places? How's that going to work?
So you're asking if they're fungible or not?
Yeah. That's actually, that's it. Or will the tickets be NFTs?
Will they be serial numbered?
No. Oh. That's too much. That's too much.
Man, don't get started.
Suppose you're gonna have somebody get the number 1 ticket and never let it go.
Well, just open your ticket early and you'll get the number 1, right?
Yeah. How do the tickets come? Do the tickets themselves come in a pack, and then you have serial numbers on your tickets and they have different colors?
What if the tickets kind of came out of this arcade style machine on your screen and it just kind of counted the tickets out at you?
I mean, those tickets are numbered too that you get out of the skee ball there. Those ones have numbers on them. So.
Even if it's not public, the ticket would have to have some sort of a numbering.
And then would there be people who, no matter how many tickets you need for the drops, just collect tickets like crazy? Is there a limit on how many tickets you can get, or is there going to be some freak who has 2 million tickets?
Can you sell tickets and buy tickets?
Well, that's it. That's what I'm asking. Can you sell tickets and buy tickets, and how many tickets can you collect? I actually kind of feel like I'm more curious about the actual tickets now than the moments and how that's going to work, because that's a whole new aspect.
I hope they don't let people buy them.
But then, can you trade them, Arsonic? Can you trade them? Because then, will people do off-market trades for tickets?
You may not be able to bribe somebody with money for their Zeller, but you could trade them so many tickets from your other moments that they would just have to take the value.
You're talking about off-market trades for tickets, but what about on-market? Can you put a dollar price on your moment and also a ticket price? Give me $100 or 90 tickets.
That's really interesting. I like that. I think we should call it there, guys. I think we got a lot of questions to go into the weekend with. So I think everyone's going to appreciate you guys taking the time to break it all down. And that is going to do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy your weekend. Don't sweat the Series 1 stuff too much. It's not going to happen for a very long time, at least a couple months. We got plenty of other things coming up, like another Throwdown set, another Hollow Icon set, as well as maybe another big base drop next week. We will see you Monday on the First Mint.